I have never been wrong, or at least I've never been told I'm wrong. That was my thought process when entering any sort of conversation before taking this class, as it is with a majority of people today. Hi, I'm Ryan Williams, and today I'll be talking about confirmation bias, which is when one attends to information that confirms what they already believe. This class has taught me to be more open-minded by showing me how to disregard confirmation bias pushed upon me by mass media organizations, leading to more organic and thoughtful interpersonal communication. I will be covering how news organizations tell their audiences what they want to hear because of how it leads to increased and more stable viewership. How this class and our constant intellectual discussions opened my mind to different perspectives than that of the news I was watching, and how it has affected my own personal life outside the class, specifically with my roommate. News organizations tend to tell their audiences what they want to hear rather than the facts because of the increase in stable viewership and higher ratings from the network. A study was actually conducted with real people tracking what online sources they got their information from. And it was actually found that people would unknowingly selectively expose themselves to news that aligned with their political and religious status regardless of source quality. Now, I fell victim to this, as I think a majority of Americans and people around the world usually do. Luckily for me, though, this class and our constant intellectual discussions opened my mind to different perspectives than that of my own and the news I was taking in. In fact, an example of this is my opinion on gun rights, while not completely changed, were actually altered after watching a clip of Elia Eastman, a Parkland School shooting survivor, as she described her own experience, leading me to reconsider my own opinions on gun control. This not only affected how I perceived things, but how I conducted my personal interpersonal conversations. For example, my roommate Jack, we disagree on virtually everything. We're politically polar opposite. But after taking this class and discovering what confirmation bias was, I reconsidered my own tactics and my own opinions, and I actually brought this to Jack out of just curiosity. And together we started to have deeper and closer conversations. We started being destructive and usually resulting in just yelling. It would be constructive. And I have learned a lot, he's learned a lot, and I believe that this understanding of confirmation bias during interpersonal debates and conversations leads to more intellectual and stable relationships. But unfortunately, media often tries to confirm one's general beliefs to gain viewership, and the viewers take that ideology to heart. With that being said, this class has taught me to disregard this confirmation bias, and I found it can lead to newfound ideas from respectable conversations and sharing of views. If much more of society were able to recognize their own personal confirmation bias, we would easily put an end to this growing political polarization and live united.